Ready to go. It's been a minute, but we're committing to do one video a month. We tried to do more, it was just too much. So we were trying to do too much, we just didn't do anything. It's terrible. But we're here. Just snowed again for the 20,000th time. We're out here in Pennsylvania. If you don't know who we are Revival. We're in the middle of a little bit of job site chaos, mainly because it's snowing so much. We have a few people out today because it snowed today, and just with kids being out of school and roads being slippery, things are just kind of falling behind this morning. But it doesn't look like much, but we're almost done here. We've missed most of this project just because of, you know, the holidays and filming and everything was a little difficult, but we put 2 large additions onto the outside of this house and onto the side of the house. Gilmar is currently standing in the old 2-car garage. So if you look over at like these 2 windows right here, they're kind of like where the garage doors used to be. They're a little bit framed a little bit differently. And then there was a metal pole in the center of the garage. We upgraded the beam with a huge, large I-beam that allowed us to take the center beam out. We have 2 columns at the end, new mud room. This is the new great room. We've got a piano right there. Everything is everywhere this morning because we're kind of like in the middle of moving stuff. So it doesn't look very nice right now, and I apologize for that, but we just had the floors refinished in this part of the house. The floors in this part of the house have already been refinished. This used to be a wall where the garage was, so that got opened up. We now have stairs here. We have a new set of stairs on the back. The only thing we didn't touch in this house, I'm pretty sure, is the kitchen, which will be in the future, and hopefully we considered everything we needed to consider for that. But going into this room, this was the old dining room. This is now going to be like some sort of sitting room. Dining room is going to go where the old family room was, so that we can have a conjoined kitchen and dining room, and we can kind of test drive that for the customer, the homeowner, while we get ready to, you know, gear up to do their kitchen. All new windows, all new siding, roof, floors, trim. We didn't change the front door. All the other doors got changed, but for some reason just didn't make sense getting fresh coat of paint on that, sanded in a couple of weeks once it stopped snowing. Like I said, like about a week ago, we got like, I don't know, 10 to 40 inches of snow. This morning we got another, you know, 1.5 inches. It was supposed to be rain, and we're also gonna head out and see some concrete get poured in a minute at another project. So I was pretty scared that we weren't gonna be able to do that today, but the temperatures are warming up. It's mid-February and we're gearing up for it. So this was, like I said, the dining room. The staircase got a revitalization, sand and finish. The stair treads, the stairs from here up are all brand new because this used to be a much smaller doorway, and we opened all that up, or I should say Chase opened all that up.
What's up? Welcome to Whitetail Club.
And allowed us to do this great kind of coming into the kit from the front door. You're going to be able to see like this great view going out this way. You're going to have a great view going out towards the office as well as the back of the house. So like I said, we just finished the floors. So being that we're down a few people, we had to step in, get the floors protected because we have the rest of our trim and the rest of our doors are coming today. Hold up real quick. This right here, arched opening. Shout out to Shannon, Color and Crown. She designed that. Looks great. This was the old music room. Now we have that really expansive room over the garage. Basically what happened was, this is a pretty decent sized house to begin with, but as your kids grow older and they get hobbies, and say you have a lot of hobbies, like everyone in your family is a musician, you have guitars, pianos, and things like that, and everything just kind of didn't have a home. So we were able to create a couple different new spots for all the music stuff and everybody to kind of hang out and jam. I like to say that because I can't jam. Can you jam, Gilmar? Yeah, that's like a thing. Can jam. Next time you're on Tinder or whatever, just like can or cannot jam. Girls are looking for that. Yeah, some jamming. Right, Chase? Can you jam? I feel like Chase you can jam.
I know it was old bread, baby.
The new dining room / living room kitchen area will be on the other side of these doors right here. This is where the piano was. So hired piano movers, Piano, I think the piano was like 800 pounds they estimated, so that got moved to the final location. So as you can kind of put together here, we had to like finish floors and finish rooms to move furniture to finish other rooms. And then we have more furniture and closets coming upstairs. So we're kind of in that mad rush right now to finish. And this is the part of the project that, you know, you could snap your fingers and every day you just see how much closer you are to finishing. At different points of a construction project, it does seem very overwhelming, especially when you're doing an entire house like this. At a lot of points, you're like, what have we done? We have opened up way too much. And that's why it's important to hire a company or a contractor that can plan ahead, orchestrate all those moving pieces, and then, you know, when people are sick or when it snows or different things like that, you can maneuver so that things get done on, you know, on time and speedily. So we got the new office here, really great space. The floor is not protected in here yet, so you can see how beautiful it is. They really did a great job finishing the floors. When we came in here this morning, I stopped by over the last couple of days while they were doing it, but this morning you came in here and it was just glass. We started to rush to put the floor protection down because it's a little stressful at this point in the project. The floors in this part of the house, which is like, this is New Edition, the New Edition. I think that's a band. This is an addition right here. So we have the office and then a master bedroom closet above us. So like, a picture this room, but exactly the same upstairs, all new master closet. These floors are brand new. So these floors are not brand new. We sand and finished these floors to match those floors. Basically what happened was like these floors were installed. We pulled everything out of this part of the house. Everything was sanded at once, including the stairs. We also installed flooring in the upstairs hallway. Just a little bit of better of a traffic solution. Having carpet, which was previous there, it's just tough after so many years to keep up with that, especially when you have teenagers. It just gets beat up. So hardwood in the hallway, fresh railings, new posts, and everything got stained all at once. It took about 4 days with install. So you have sanding, then you have 2 coats of stain, then 2 coats of finish. And they have to like sand and buff in between coats. So it's a pretty time consuming process. And the worst part about it is just the better the product, the harsher the smell. I guess you could say. That's not necessarily true, but that's just how it seems. And the homeowners are out of the house right now for the last couple of days, allowing us to kind of like orchestrate all of this. So very grateful for that. You can still kind of smell it, but it's sat for a day or two. We have our HEPA filters running in multiple areas of the house just to recirculate it. We had windows open at different points. It just takes time to dissipate, honestly. It's just, I don't want to say it is what it is, but it kind of is what it is. It's going to smell rough, and that's something you want to plan for. You definitely don't, like, I would not want to live in the house while they're getting refinished, and nor would I recommend that. One thing that we did do, if you've noticed, we added the closet on. So you're like, where was the closet if you're adding the closet on? The closet was right here. Believe it or not, you can kind of see where the drywall was repaired. That used to be a closet that you accessed from the master bedroom over here, and that was all in the ceiling above. So when you came in through the front door, up till about here, there was a ceiling above you, which made absolutely no sense. And then you came out, and then all of a sudden it just went up to the full ceiling. So it was really dark in here. That window was not nearly as big as it was. And how welcoming and how bright it is here in the foyer now is...
Because of the weather conditions outside. I mean, this is one thing we'll do all year round, but definitely when it's rainy season or snow and salt. The cardboard floor protection is really only designed to like stop abrasions, and like if you drop something small on the floor, it'll protect the floor. But once the RAM board gets wet, or the Home Depot board, because we're sponsored by Home Depot, they get the cheapest stuff. We'll buy something like this, especially if the floors are like super delicate. This has like this kind of, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna say felt, but it has like this soft protective layer on the outside and a little bit of tape from the packaging. But this is like got this protective layer on the downside, so don't really care too much about that because it's got the RAM board. So there's a layer of padding, and then on the top of this is water. Like you literally, we've had paint spills, we've all kinds of different things, and this stuff is worth the money. It's not worth to do the whole area because you don't walk all over everything, but anywhere that's high traffic area that's just gonna get beat up, we'll double up the floor protection just to make sure we don't have to redo it a bunch of times. Because once, like I said, once the RAM board gets salt and water on it, stuff on it. That stuff soaks through the cardboard, and then it's just sitting on the floors, just ruining them, Gilmar. So we're preventing things from getting ruined right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This is the tape they sent us with this stuff. I'm just giving it a whirl. Whirlski, so far, not a good performance. Ripped on me. We'll call this slime tape. That's another thing we do, Gilmar, that you might not know about. It's the G tape. This stuff's the bee's knees. I think we've talked about it before, but it's expensive. It's like 13 cents a foot. But it's really good on the floor surfaces so far. We've had, over the years, a few different tape products pull the finish or mess up floors after they're brand new. So we'll use this sparingly throughout the house and then be able to pull it up very quickly. But this is gentle enough on the floors, we found, that we'll put this to the floor first and then we'll tape the rainboard to that. But this tape's cool because you can stick it all together like that and it, no matter what, comes back apart. There's nothing like when tape gets stuck together and you just throw out a whole bunch of tape. And then the other thing that's really cool is you don't have to cut it with a razor blade. You can literally rip it like square every time. I don't know if you can really see it, but there's like, I don't know how to explain it. There's like, it's pixels. It's like a little digital photograph of adhesives that rips perfectly. I wonder how little of a piece of,
What's that?
they're crazy. 13 cents a foot, Gilmar. What do you know about it? This is what I'm talking about. I don't know what brand tape this is. This is no brand tape that came in the packaging with this. Finally got ripping good, but the first couple rips, not so good. That's the stuff I don't like.
See, just barely touch it. Like surging.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do well in food chef. We're gonna get two together. You got Rambo.
That was ugly.
I'm also thinking about
That's not good B-roll.